UV light for, which Mike tried to do today, but he blew the UV light system up. So I'm going to install it the right way, and hopefully I don't blow one up. Okay, it is Friday, 9:30. We're doing Free Friday today. I just got back to the shop from our first job, which was just maintenance on 2 AC units for a maintenance agreement customer. But now I am headed to an ACIQ install that we did, 2 units that we were supposed to install UV light for, which Mike tried to do today, but he blew the UV light system up. So I'm going to install it the right way, and hopefully I don't blow one up. Okay, so here is the first one that Mike put in. Green light, so it's on, but the unit's not running. And we're gonna see how, wrong tip. We're gonna see how it is installed here, because I think I'm gonna change it. If I could find my Phillips tip. Right here. Here is the air night itself, which this will be going on that unit, which I guess he didn't even put one on there. But let's see. Okay. So we have a transformer wired in with our line voltage there, and our 2 wires leaving our transformer going to that cable that goes into the UV light. But if you read ACIQ's manual, it says it's okay to connect the UV light to the R and G, or the G and C terminals on the air handler. So that way the UV light is only running when the fan is also running. So there's less wear and tear on that bulb. So hold this and try to show them the wiring. I am gonna remove those 24 volt wires from that transformer. I thought I just pressed the switch off, but I just got zapped. Which is weird. I get zapped. No, it is off. I also had some a little bit of voltage there still. But I am going to try and see what happens when I go from G on the control board here. Let's see if we can fit 2 wires in there. We can. Let's see if they both tighten down. Yep, okay. So we got G, and we got common. So now turn power back on. And let's see. I want to take a jumper from R to G. Let's see if our UV light comes on. See, is it magnetic? It's not magnetic. I'm going to jump out R and G. Take this over that UV light and tell me if the green light comes on. Yep. Green light's on? Yep. Okay. And you can bring it back over here. And show the fan blade. And our ECM motor is kicking on. So that's that. So then I'm gonna eliminate this transformer because we don't need it here anymore, since we're just gonna use the transformer that the unit has built in. And I'm gonna do that same thing with this on there. Okay, so now that's all cleaned up without that transformer there. We just got our incoming power, which the electrician did, which is this cable here. We got our communication to our unit outside, got our thermostat, and then we got our float switch here, which breaks a specific point in this control board right there that will shut the whole unit down if there's a issue, and the thermostat will read an alert that the float switch is preventing the unit from operating. I'm gonna get this buttoned up, get a unit installed right on there. Okay, so this is the UV system. Inside you get a transformer, a manual, and the wire to power it, which you just connect 24 volts up to. You could read through the manual, and I don't need to read it because I've read it before. Clean air night. This is a clean air business, but I'm going to keep that sticker. But, whatever. I don't want to go through the manual, but most important thing, obviously you apply 24 volts, and air has to flow through this direction. It could be this way or this way, but it can't be up or down, so it has to be installed like this in this case, where the air, majority of the air from the return is going into the unit. And it does more than just UV, it does something else. I forget exactly, but it's on their website. So we will take the, here you can hold this, take the nuts off of the unit. There's 4 of them. And put them here so they don't get lost. So this is what the light mounts to. Put this on the ductwork right here and mark it out. Then I will take my step it and start it, and then use my 10 snips and make the hole a little bigger. Use my 10 snips to make the hole, which you can use. They make circular cutting tools, but I don't have a problem doing it with my 10 snips. It is better when the 10 snips are sharper. Got a big chunk missing out of my 10 snips. And this doesn't need to be exactly perfect because that metal piece will cover imperfection, but I'll try to be as neat as possible. And cut the insulation out. Peel the self-stick backing off of it, and get it on. They give you self-tapping screws and random things. You could use these to connect it to ductboard. We don't have ductboard in New York. Let's see, where's my 1/4 inch? UV light, cut this thing off. Goes right on. And your floor nuts hold it on. This also has foam, so it seals. Then we have a wire. How did he run it over there? I want to do it the same way. Oh yeah, here you go. Ooh, I just hurt my neck. So you just plug it in, and then you turn it, and then it locks. So you don't have to worry about it being pulled out. Oh, I really hurt my neck. I don't know what I just did. Ow. That stinks. Into this air handler. Where is that screw? That's the one thing I hate about the HVACs is that Phillips screw. I wish it was 1/4 inch by 16ths. So we got our wire. We fit, yeah, we fit. And we're gonna do the same thing. A little screwdriver over there. in my pocket somewhere. Or is it over there? Yeah, it's on the unit over there. I'm gonna grab that. So I'll do the same thing. I'll wire it up to G and C on our control board. Flip that switch to off just to be safe. In all the way. Yeah. Nope, it wasn't in. Dang it. There we go. Pull on it, make sure it's good. And G. Special needs. Come on. There. G and C. So it will only get power when the fan is on. That noise is other construction going on, not this unit. Go to C, go to G, and dang it. Yeah, hold that again. Gonna just jump out G, C. No? Mm-mm. Oh, because I gotta jump out G and R, stupid. G and R, there we go. And our light comes on. And then in a second, our fan will also kick on. And there we go. So now we have both of our ACIQ systems fully installed, except for these hydronic coils, which they're not having us do. They have their own plumber. But both ACIQs now installed with air purification. They also have those nice 4-inch thick filter media cabinets. So it's gonna have plenty of good clean airflow. Okay, so that's it. It's pretty easy to install these UV lights. Pretty easy to install most UV lights, but I like these ones a lot. Mike likes them a lot. They're somewhat expensive compared to others, but you could tell that they work really well after installing them on, because we've been using them for a few years. I've had customers' units that are just completely filled with like mold and mildew, and then clean it out really well, put these UV lights on, and problem is gone. So I don't know if it's really the UV light itself that's doing that. I think it's whatever else it does. It has some sort of chemical reaction where it puts like hydrogen peroxide into the air, and if you're putting it on the return, then that's treating the air before it enters the unit. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed watching the video. Like the video if you liked it, comment any advice or criticisms or feedback, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.